This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yesterday we completed how to define the source and target. And for this, what are the test cases you have to check? These are for tester. What are the test cases you have to check? Complete flow, maybe in many of the projects they are not giving for the tester. You will not do. But the test cases, what you have to do? In source, you have to check if it is a table, then the table is present or not. That is one test case. Similarly, in target also you have to check. This is target, and in target only one it will come. In source, two things it is coming, one for flat file and another is for table. But coming to target, if it is flat file also, under one target it will come. If it is file also, it will come. Table, file, both it will come under this target only. So in target, what we created yesterday, tgt underscore emp87. So here also it is coming. Two test cases are there. Okay, those are done. Now if we will open this, first we can go to source or target anything. This is source, this is target. In this source, we can get the data. Yesterday we discussed preview data, then connect this database. Okay, so here these are the data displaying because in source table data is available. So this test case also pass. Similarly in target, before executing the workflow, we can check if it is a full load, then in target table data should not be there. If it is another load, what is that? Incremental load or delta load, then data should be there. On top of that, new data will be appended. So first time we are loading this table is empty, so this will be the full load only. Review the data. No data is there because full load we are doing. If in your requirement it will mention full load or initial load, and in that target table some data are already present, then you can raise that as a bug. Developer people have not deleted anything in the table. So first need to do the truncate and load. Otherwise, if that data is already present and still then we have to execute, and from our testing side we can truncate that table, then one option is there in that workflow. Today we'll see that check uncheck option is there. If you check that, automatically it will truncate first. After truncating, the data will be loaded. Okay, so till this we covered yesterday. Now we can create a mapping between the source and target. So what is the source? One table we have given, target also one table we have given. Now go to this mapping, last one, mapping designer. Click this. So someone it is displaying which is already exist. We have to create a new one. Where to go? In this menu bar, now mapping is displayed. Okay, source if you will click, then in menu bar source will come. Target if you will click, in menu bar targets it will come. Mappings if it will click, mapping it will come. Which one we click, that only it will display. Now click this mapping, create, first one only, create. Here one mapping we can create. So mapping name we have to give. In this dialog box you are seeing mapping name is mentioned. M underscore. So mapping and mapping name if you are giving, then the naming convention should be M underscore table name. That will be easy to understand for new persons or old persons, anybody it will be easy. So the naming convention we have to follow. Without this naming convention also we can give any name, XYZ, ABCD, it will work, no problem. But as per the rule, we should follow this naming convention. So this one also they are asking in the interview. What type of mapping name you have given in your project? Can you tell 2-3 names? So in that case, if you are telling any name, then they can easily capture that you have not worked properly, because M underscore only in every project they are giving. M underscore EMP87 was there, so we can give 87, EMP87. Click OK. Now this is a new mapping. Okay, now in this area, mapping designer area, we have to keep the source table and target table. So where it is present, source and target, expand this, source, expand. expand this. What is that table? This one. Very simple, just left click this, drag and drop here. Okay, so here two things it is displaying. One is mapping coming from Oracle source definition. In Oracle database, it is defined this source table. So from there it is coming. Source definition, Oracle it is displaying. Now another one, what it is displaying? SQ underscore SRC underscore EMP87 source qualifier. So this is one transformation default. So what is the default transformation? They are asking in the interview. Small question only you will get. In Informatica in depth they will not go, because only for execution purpose or workflow and monitoring only testing people they are giving. So this source qualifier is one transformation. By default only it will come from 9.1 version onwards if you are using Informatica. Before 9.1 version, 8.6 version was there. Till that it was not coming. Separately we have to add. But from 9.1 version onwards, automatically it is coming. So what is the use of this? It will take all these column and data type from which database we are using, and those data types and column name it is putting into Informatica with Informatica PowerCenter tool specific data type. It is converting the data type. So here for Oracle number PS is the format, but coming to this Informatica PowerCenter number it will not understand, decimal it will understand. So it converted to decimal data type. Okay, varchar2 here string. Informatica is not using varchar2, it is using string. Number PS decimal, varchar2 string, number PS second decimal. Now this is ready with Informatica understandable data type, all these 5 columns. Now this one we can connect with our target. So where is the target? Same thing, we can drag and drop target. '87. Same, left click with your mouse or keyboard control and that key, keep here. Just drag and drop only. Okay, so this is the Oracle database, this target table. So again, data types are Oracle understandable data type. Now these are the column names in the source, these are the column names in the target. So which column we have to map with which column? For that also just drag and drop. So here in between, if we are not adding any transformation, then 100% data will be loaded into this target table, whatever it is available. If we need some transformation, in this middle we can add one transformation, then we can map that. So one simple transformation we can do today. How to add the transformation? Transformation is one tab here in this menu bar. Click that, then create. Here list of transformation will be visible. So source qualifier by default it is displaying. If you will click here, these are the list of transformations. Okay, so out of all those, one filter transformation we can do. This is very simplest one. Filter transformation I selected. Okay, now one name we can give for this transformation. So transformation name naming convention is TR for transformation underscore mapping name, M underscore EMP 87. M underscore EMP 87 is the mapping name, and TR for transformation we are giving. So totally TR underscore M underscore EMP 87. Now create. After that done. So here it is coming. Just we can take and place in middle, because we have to first transfer the source data, some transformation, implementing some business logic. Then those transformed data will be loaded into this target table. Okay, now these are the columns we can drag and drop to this transformation. How to drag and drop? Select all the columns. If all the columns only we are taking to transformation, then select all the columns. If one column only we are taking, then only one column we can take. Suppose only this column is required, only one you can take. Only this is required, this we can take. If all are required, then all we can take. And if by mistake we did this mapping, this linking, then just again click that red color, it will display. Then use delete keyword from the keyboard, press delete, it will be deleted. Again I am selecting this, press delete keyword, deleted. At a time also we can do. How to select at a time? right click, select all, or shift you can press, and last one also you can click, all will be selected. So all are selected means we have to if we are dragging and dropping, then all will go here, but now already it is mapped two things. Again you will do, then problem will come, so we have to delete this again. Okay, so this column one specifically will not delete totally, we can delete this. Newly we can take one transformation, filter tr tr1 underscore, tr is already there, so internally it's stored in the memory. Again it will not take the same name. tr1 underscore m underscore emp 87. Done. Okay, now all columns selected, just we can take drag and drop. All columns came here. So this is also from Informatica level, that's why decimal string it is displaying. If it is database level, then it will display database related data type. Okay, now all these are present in this transformation. What we will do the transformation? Filter transformation. So what type of filter we will do, that we have to mention now. How to mention and where? Here in this menu bar, which is gray color type, it is displaying in this transformation. Right click, edit, you can click, otherwise double click here. It will open one window. So in this window, transformation is there. Here transformation name is mentioned. Here these are important. For few transformation ports we have to use, for few transformation properties we have to use, for few transformation some other tab will come. So for which transformation what to use, that only important here. So ports we can go salary, okay, salary column we can change, like salary is greater than 5,000, or some condition we can give 3,000, 5,000 or 80,000. Based on that it will filter the data from source, and those filtered data only it will go and load in the target table. Okay, so for this filter condition or filter transformation, go to properties tab, this properties tab, then here filter condition is mentioned. Here by default true is there in capital letter. True means all data will go. We have to change this. Click here in place of true, and here in last corner in this window you are able to see one bold color arrow key. Click this. Okay, after click here we can write the condition here. Salary greater than, okay, first we can check what are the salary values in the source table. Okay, 24,000, 76, 67, 45. Okay, greater than 40,000 we can give. Salary greater than 40,000. This is one condition. So no need to write the exact query. Select star from table name, where salary greater, those things are not required. Only the condition part we have to give here. Where also not required. So we are filtering with salary greater than 40,000. So automatically it will take internally from this Informatica, select star from, all those things. No need to write all those details. Okay, so here we can write this. Otherwise, function, ports and variable, three are there. Port means column. In table we are telling, in database table we are telling each as column, but in Informatica we have to tell it as ports. They have given the name as ports. Ports is nothing but the columns only. So under this ports it is displaying EID, ename, salary, city, phone number. These are different columns. So which columns we are filtering? Salary column. Just double click this. It will come with this name. If you forgot what is the name, then double click from here. Okay, previously what we have written salary, so this was wrong actually. In our source table, sal is the column name. Okay, salary is not column name, salary is in target table. So it will not work if you will give salary greater than 40,000. So if you don't know the exact spelling or forget, then we can check it from here, SAL, or we can take it from here. ports, direct it will come with the correct one. Okay, so cell we can use now, greater than 40,000. Semicolon also not required, nothing. Now we can validate this, whether we have given this one is correct or not. Okay, first we can validate with salary, wrong one, what it is showing, you can see, validate. So it is showing PM parse error, salary greater than 40,000. So some problem is here. So here the problem will come like exact column name is not there or the symbol are not correct, then only it will come as error. So here our column name is not correct. Cell it was in source table. Now cell greater than 40,000. Now again we can validate. Okay, expression parsed successfully. So this is correct now. If it is correct, then click on OK. Now it is showing cell greater than 40,000. And here next is tracing level. Tracing level means log file. In application level, we are telling it as a log file, but in Informatica data warehouse level, we have to tell that as a tracing level. The terminology name is changing, the concept is same only, log file only. So here two options are there, three options. One is, okay, four options are there. So all those options not required, only two options are using. Normal and another is verbose. Okay, so normal means it will be display with some summary. The records are loaded or not. Then how many records are loaded, it is failed or passed, successfully loaded or not, just few information we'll get. If verbose we will select, then detailed information it will come. Row by row, whenever it is loading the data, it will display how much time it took, then how it happened, from where it came, which column, which table, all the detailed history it will come in verbose data. So if we are raising some bug, then developer people to trace out, they are using this verbose option. And as a tester, if we are executing, then normal we are selecting. We don't go into depth for fixing the issue and all those things for checking. Just loading or not, pass or fail, and in which case it is happening problem, more time it is taking or less time. Those things only we are checking. So normal is used for the tester. Now click on apply, then OK. So these are the changes happened. In this transformation, now it is implemented with one filter transformation. Simple one that is. Now all these columns we required in the target. So again I selected this and keep your cursor or mouse here in the top column, first column, and then we can take drag and drop here in first column. So first to first, second to second, third to third, it is linking. If these sequence are not correct, suppose here in third position cell is there, here salary is there, both are in third position. So once we are linking top one, then automatically second, third it is happening. But if the salary column will be in last position or second last position, then it will go in different way, wrong. So in that case, what to do? One by one we have to link. EID with EID, employee ID, EID with salary. So always developer people are maintaining, or if you are also doing that, better to maintain the same sequence. Column name cannot be same, no problem, but whatever the column names are present in the source table and we require those column names in the target table. So specifically as per the rule, we should mention the same sequence in the target table also, so that this linking will be easy. Within 1 second we can link. Otherwise 250 columns are there and sequence is not same, then one by one if you will do, it will take more time, as well as chances is there it can do some mistake also. That's why this is preferable. Now this part is completed, we linked also, mapping is done. So these are the things we have to do in this component, designer component. Now after complete, what to do? Save, Control S. So if we will save this, then it will display with some message here. What is the transformation? Then this is the table name. It is validated, completed with no errors. Validating data flow of mapping. Then data flow validation completed with no errors. Parsing also happened. We use some parsing. Mapping, this one is valid now, and mapping name is this, inserted. Now it stored this mapping in Informatica PowerCenter tool. Again, if you will save, then this message we will get, no changes. Without any changes, it will not save again. Now where to go? Next component, designer component task completed. So we have to open this at a time. I am opening two. Okay, so here it is open, Informatica PowerCenter Workflow Manager. And simultaneously we can see this also, workflow monitor, that also I'm opening. Just click this. Okay, so first we have to do this one, workflow manager. In workflow manager, what to do? Same repository and same folder we have to use. Okay, so this is connected already. Now first what we have to do, yesterday we discussed task. In this menu bar, one task option is there, task. In that task, go to create. Okay, so whenever we are creating this task, here few options are there. One is task developer, another is workload designer, and another is workflow designer. So in this task developer, if you are creating, this is your interview question, where you are creating for reusable task and where you are creating for non-reusable task. In task developer, if you are creating, then that will be reusable. In workflow designer, if you are creating the task, then that is not reusable or non-reusable. So this is one thing you can remember. Okay, so same type of requirements are coming again and again with different releases, then better to go for task developer. So always task developer is preferable, because once we created that task, that time taking process, and next time maybe it will be help for some other requirement. So why again we will create? Better keep here so that next time if required we can use that. If not required, ignore that. So better always use this one, task developer. Developer people also using this task developer only. Under this task developer, once it is clicked or selected, then we can go here this task in this menu bar. Click on task, create. Now here this is session. We have to give one session name. The naming convention of session name is s_mapping name. So what is our mapping name? Mapping name is m_emp87. Click on create. After click on create, here it is displaying few mapping list. So just now we created one mapping in our designer component. So what is that? That name we have to select from here. m_emp87 we have given this one. Okay, so here we are linking with task and mapping. Yesterday we discussed task and mapping both are one-to-one, not many to one or not one to many. So here if you will try with some other mapping list, suppose this one also I am trying, emp1221. I am trying by pressing control for multiple select. It is not taking, only one it is selecting. Again I am pressing with select, it is not taking, only one it is going. So any one we can select. This is one-to-one. So here you can just cross verify more than one is applicable or not. No, it is not allowed. Only one we can select. Here wrong is selected means everything will be wrong only. So this is our correct one. Just now we created this mapping m_emp87 and only one is allowed. We selected here only one. Now click this OK. Okay, now done. This is created. Now after created this, few things we need to change here. So how to change? Right click, edit, or double click. I double clicked here. So other things are not required. Direct you can go to mapping only. Config, object, properties, all those are not required. At the time of installation, configuration, everything are done already. So automatically all those will come. So our main intention in mapping, we have to change something. So go to this mapping tab. Then which is our source with default transformation source qualifier. This is coming correct. And this is coming from relational reader. It should display relational reader. If it is displaying some other name, then we have to change that as relational reader, because this is a relational database we are using. Source which we are using is Oracle database. Oracle is a relational database, RDBMS, relational database management system. So relational reader we have to give. And here editable is not there data. Just whatever data is present in the table, that only it is fetching, means extracting, means pulling the data, means reading the data. That's why relational reader they have given the name. If other names are there, we need to change here. So sometimes developer people are doing and they forgot to change this relational reader. Some other names are there and workflow they are giving to the tester. Workflow we can execute. We are getting some error. So here also chances is there they can missed something, so mistake will happen. So to understand all this complete flow is required for tester. Otherwise most of the project they are asking to execute the workflow onwards only for the tester, and designer component they are not giving access. Okay, so here relational, what is the database name? Oracle database name. DB connection is already there. Yes, already there. DB connection is displayed. Okay, so other things not required. Now go to target. This is our target. Name is correct or not? TGT underscore EMP 87. Okay, here transformation TR1 underscore M. This is also correct. So this is the condition we have given, cell greater than 40,000. Okay, that is also fine. Now go to this target. Here few things need to change. Here also some mistake developer people are doing. Bulk is there. Bulk means multiple source. If it is available with bulk of data, huge of data, crores of records are there, then bulk to be selected. If only one source is there and very small data is available, then normal we have to select. So normal is selected here. Now loading the data means inserting only from source. It will take the data, insert into table, final table or target table. That is nothing but it is called as loading. That's why insert should be selected. Okay, then update as update, this is not required. Uncheck this because we are not updating. If only updation is there, then developer people are doing this. So here which is required, update as insert. So combinedly, if update is required or insert is required, it is going on. SCD2, mostly SCD2 only it is using, not only SCD1 or SCD3. So SCD2 means what will happen? Insert plus update, both will be done. That's why always need to check this one, update as insert. So insert plus update both will be applied here. Now next is delete. We don't want to delete anything. And next one is truncate target table option. Okay, so this is one required. If it is our full load or initial load and some data are already present in the target table, so in that case what to do? First we have to truncate the data, then we can load. So here if you check this option, then if any data is available in the target table, first it will do the truncate the target table, which we have mentioned, this target table. First it will truncate, means it will delete permanently those data, then it will load the data, fresh data. If it is delta load or incremental load, then this truncate option is not required. On top of that only it will append the data, new data. So for our current scenario, we don't have any data, fresh only, and in target table not a single record it is present. So if you check this also no impact, if you uncheck also no impact. So for your practice, second time you can execute, and don't give the primary key for your practice. Source table, target table which we created yesterday, we have given primary key. So without giving primary key, you can do one practice for your practice purpose in target table, and this one you can check, uncheck, check, uncheck, and multiple times you can execute. What will happen? Just observe. Okay, so other things are not required. Now apply. Okay, so these are the changes we need to do. Now we have to save. Any transaction is completed means we have to save there. Without save also it will not work. Each and every time anything is changed in task level, mapping, source, anywhere we have to save that. Now save. So it is displaying 17 date 2001. This time repository is this one, folder name is this one, session name is this one. It is saved. Okay, so session created. So this session is containing with the mapping which we created in the designer component. Now go to this workflow designer. These are the workflow. So new one we can create. Here in menu bar you can see one workflow option is there. So in this workflow option, workflow create, here one workflow name we have to give. The naming convention is WF for workflow underscore session name. So what is the session name we have given? Session task both are same only. S underscore M underscore EMP87. So completely this name if you are giving, this is the workflow name. Now click on OK. So this is one workflow symbol, it is coming. Now we have to link this workflow with our session. And this we created one session where in task developer. In task developer tab, if you are creating this session, then what type of session this is? Reusable session. So if it is a reusable session, then in left side it will display. Left side we can see somewhere it will be present. If it is not reusable session created under here, then in left side it will not come. This one s_m_emp87 we have given. Some mistake is there in session, then it will come this type of red color. So here no red color, no triangle symbol, nothing is coming, means it should be correct only. Okay, now go to this workflow designer. This is our workflow, just now we defined. Now this is our session, just a few minutes before we created. Drag and drop this. Okay, now we have to link this workflow and session. How to link? This is one option available, link task, this one. So from here we can link by clicking, or we can go to task menu bar, link task. Here also that same option is available. Anyone is fine. I clicked here. Now one plus type of symbol you are seeing. This is the linking symbol. So how to link now? Just take your mouse cursor here, click here, press, drag and drop here. Now both are linked. So this is one workflow. This workflow is now understandable that this session is linking. So this workflow with this session means, what is the meaning? Whatever the complete flow we did with source, target, transformation, mapping, session, everything is understandable here. Now save this. After saving, some message it is coming. So this is valid or not, then which session, what is the workflow name, all those details it is coming here. Okay, now everything done. We have to execute now this workflow. So in 90% project, up to this developer people are doing, and they are giving the session name. This is the session name. You can create one workflow and you can carry on your testing. That only they are telling. But we should know all the end-to-end flow, otherwise it will be difficult to understand. Okay, now here right click, start task is there, and another is start workflow from task is there. So these two options are there to execute. From here also we can do, or from here also we can do, from session also. Right click, start task, start workflow from task. So start task means what will happen? Always use the start task only, first option. Start workflow from task means what will happen? This workflow can contain multiple sessions. One session is containing one mapping. One workflow can contain multiple sessions. So if this workflow is containing 5 sessions or 10 sessions, and we are using the second option, start workflow from task, then workflow will be executed. Workflow will be executed means all sessions will be executed. So all sessions are executed means you are working into one session, but other people are working in some other session. They are in progress, not completed, or they have to change something. No validation, nothing is required. It will impact them. That's why don't use this start workflow from task. Always we have to use the start task only. Individually, which task we are doing, that only we can check. Why we will touch to other task and it will be impact to other persons. So use always first one, start task. Before that, we can validate here once. Validate. This is showing session is valid. If any wrong configuration is there in the session, then it will display here. This is not valid, invalid. So this is valid also. Now I am clicking this start task, and here very few records are there. Just 10, 13 or 12 records we inserted in the source table, and again we are filtering the data with where clause greater than 40,000. So maybe out of 13 records or 12 records, it will come 4 records or 3 records. So for 3 records, it will take just few millisecond or 1 second or 2 second only. So immediately how we can see, I'm just clicking and immediately I will go here, this workflow monitor. Immediately I will go there. So you can just observe that how it is going on, because within 1-2 seconds it will complete. So you can observe that. Okay, I'm clicking now. Okay, see here, running, it is displaying. Now it is displaying succeeded. Succeeded means workflow completed successfully. So how much time it is taking, from here you can observe. This is another of your test case. So in your requirement, if it is mentioned 1 lakh records should be loaded into the target table, and which should not take more than 1 hour. So here we can get the time. This is the start time of execution. This is the end time, completion of the execution. So here we can observe 17, today's date 11:52 20 second. Here same date 11:52 28 seconds. So 8 seconds it took. So 8 second, 10 second, it is very less one only. For practice that is fine, but in office lakhs of records will come, so it will take 1 hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours. So which time is given, according to that time it is coming or not, that is another test case of you. Okay, now this is done. Where to check? In the target table we have to check. Where is our target table? Here is our target table. Previously data was not there in this target table, now we can check. These are the data. So correctly data are coming or not, how we can check? In the source table we can give one condition where cell greater than 40,000. Okay, so here 3, 5, 6, 8, 11. In target table we can check 3, 5, 6, 8, 11. So all are correct. So here 5 records are there, so manually we are checking 3, 5, 6, 8, 11. But if more records are there, thousands of records are there, then how to validate? This test case already we discussed in that Excel sheet. What to use for that, can you tell?
All tab.
No, that is for column count. So this is means data validation in source by applying the business logic, and in target without applying the business logic. How we can confirm that all the expected data came and loaded here? If 4, 5 records, then manually we can see and we can tell this is correct. But if thousands of records are there, then we have to write a query for that. So what is that query? Source and target validation, how to do? In that Excel sheet we discussed one test case. Vaibhav, which one?
I'm not sure.
Is it fine? Minus?
I think is it fine because if you
Select bracket is fine, sir.
Okay, without bracket you can try. Okay, so after giving this, where clutch, if it is added in the minus before that, some problem is coming. So in this case, what to do? What will be your approach? Can you tell? Those you have to check as a tester. If it is not working directly in minus, then what will be your approach? How to check?
we use a query.
I guess homogeneous databases can't perform minus operator. In heterogeneous databases, we can
Another thing you can just check
by and compare tool.
Whenever we are writing this minus, what are the rules? Column count should be same in both the table, then only it will work. So first check.
Yes,
Here how many columns are there?
In target
the phone number in source.
Target table there is one more column. Yes, one more column.
In target table, one more column. So using minus at that time, ignore that. So one column we are ignoring, then star we cannot give. We can give EMP.
We to give all column names.
EMP ID, EMP underscore NM, salary, place, contact. Here also all column names we have to give. Maybe sequence is correct, not correct. Better to give all column names. That is the best approach. So what are those? EID, then ename, then cell, city, then phone number. These are the column names. Okay, now we can execute. So if this query data and this query data both are same 100%, then our validation is correct. So if both are same, then what it should display in this result? Can you tell now if I will execute this?
Then it will execute. Then it will execute on only the left hand side table remaining data.
Yes, but both are same 100%.
Same. So
We are
0
doing
no
so it
data,
should
no
not
data.
be.
Okay,
So
no
no
data.
data is coming means it is correct. Whatever we have applied this logic, all are coming
Yes,
here
yes.
in this target. This is
If
correct.
we have given the condition.
Same thing. Yes, in source we have to give condition for data validation. In target, no need to give condition. Similarly, reverse also we have to check. Both we have to validate. Source minus target, target minus source. Okay, here also not coming. So these two test cases are pass. So for data validation, what are other test cases? Can you tell few things in that Excel sheet I have given? All those you have to check. Once
Metadata
data is
testing.
loaded, yes. So once data is loaded in the target table, all those test cases we have to validate each and everything, at least which are compulsory required. So metadata testing using describe, you can check column name, count,
Sequence, column
name,
sequence,
all those things you can check. Then this
length,
is
data
two test
type
cases.
lengths.
Yes, all those. Then duplicate is important point.
Duplicate,
In this
row
target
count,
table,
column count.
column count, row count. So for column row count, here we can take one query for row count, and for this target again we have to write another query for row count. Both are same or not? Okay, same. That is pass. Then column count, all tab columns is there. So column counts for source it is not required. Source can contain anything, any number of columns. But in target we have to validate that column count. In your requirement if it mentioned 10, then it should be 10 here.
So, syntax is also types. Just for get better understanding.
Which one?
Count,
Column
column count.
Yeah, column count already discussed so many times now. The table name is all underscore tab underscore columns. This is the table name. Select count star
where table name is equal to
from table name, where
table is equal to
table name is equal to
employees.
Capital letter, that is taking capital letter. So employees, but here we have given this is the table name, so this one we can give, and this will be in capital letter because these all tab columns is one data dictionary table. It is keeping all the data in capital letters. So change this capital letter. Six columns are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another is commission or something we have not mentioned here. So total 6. That is also correct. Then another test case we have to check duplicate data is there or not. We cannot assume blindly that duplicate is not there. Maybe duplicate is there. Then null check, which suppose it is mentioned that in target table EMP ID should not contain any null. So for null check, what to do? All those test cases we have done already. All those need to check one by one here, which are applicable. Okay, so this is one end-to-end flow, how to define from source target till execute the workflow and check the data validation. This part will be done by testers. Okay, any doubt?
No, Prakash, not as such.
Can you repeat again, like how many ways to validate? Just the names.
Name means which one you are
Means
asking?
row count.
Okay, that Excel sheet already I kept in the drive. All we discussed those only.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
again, you want to discuss that again?
No, sir. I'll go through if it have.
Okay, you can just go through. If not understanding, then we can see that again.
Okay.
Everything is clearly and discussed also. You will understand. Just once you can go through that. That is very important. Any project, anywhere you can do, you have to use that. Just table name, column name, you can check. Those will be your test cases only in ETL test.
Okay.
Okay, so in interview also they will ask after loading the data into target table, what are the validation you are performing? At least tell 10 to 15 test cases. 40, 50, it will take so much time, they will also not hear all those lists. But which are important, at least you can tell at that time, 10 to 15 around.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
What are
duplicate is
that
very, very
important?
important.
Important points.
Duplicate,
Tell me this.
okay, important points, null check. One is null check, another is duplicate check. Duplicate also two types, one is column level and another is row level. Then column count, many boxes are coming in column count also. Then extra columns. Okay, so which are extra column? Like here one extra column is there, that's why I kept in this target table. So that extra column is there which is not coming any data from source. Then what will be the data? Null. Here null is coming. Where is that? Select star from. Okay, this is the extra column. So if any extra column is there, then it should display with null. It should not take any garbage value or random value or not applicable or anything. If it is mentioned in your requirement that extra column should contain with some value, then you have to check that value is coming or not. If that value should come but null is coming, then that is a bug. So that is also one test case, extra column. Then those metadata related structure, sequence. So that will be your first check only. Before doing this workflow execution, all those only you have to check the validation metadata. This is after workflow execution. This part we have to validate. So metadata is the starting part only. Okay, then data completeness, that is called minus source minus target, target minus source. That is also very important one. Then if any date related field are there, that is one thing. Then time performance. Time part you cannot check from database, that you have to check from here only. Where is that? Monitoring tool. From here you can check this time part. Time is correct or not. 1 hour is expected, but it is going 2 hours. Then that is also problem. Developer people will fix that. Okay, so these are few important. No, don't miss all these points if you are checking somewhere. Apart from that, so many we have mentioned in that Excel sheet. So better to check everything. If you are not getting time, at least the major points need to verify. Okay, now here what you are observing, what type of box you can get. That is also one interview question, and you have to identify in your real-time project also. So end-to-end flow, you know now how to execute the workflow, how to do the data validation, everything you know now. So what is coming in your mind? What type of bug can be expected? In which point, what type of bug can be expected? Defect or bug. Something is missed or not configured properly by development team, then it will not work properly. So bug will come. So which part can miss? Where you can get the bug? Any point, any level, any steps you can just think and tell.
Prakash, could you repeat the question actually? Something
Yeah,
not audible.
suppose you are attending interview, they are asking in your ETL testing data validation, what type of bug you are getting. You are checking end-to-end flow, loading the data in source target, then load the data into in target table, define the data in source, all those things, and some business logic implementing using some transformation. So all end-to-end activity you completed. So in which phase, what type of box you are getting? Maybe in some requirements you are getting in one level, in another requirement you are getting the data in another level. So what type of bug you are getting? So what you can tell? Any
So
phase you can
Prakash,
take example.
Yeah, Prakash, in that case, when we are loading the data from source table to the target table, so sometimes that like in this example only, that there is one extra column, and in
Yes.
source table there is no column, no this column incentive column is not there. So in that case, whenever we loading the data from source to target, the null is coming. But suppose if in a source table there is some data in this
Hmm.
incentive kind of column, so and
Okay.
still it is loading the null, then it's a kind of a
Okay,
bug.
correct. Yes, so that is one kind of bug. We are facing this issue, you can tell. So like
Yes,
that,
yes.
five to seven, you can list out. This is compulsory question you will get in interview. What type of bugs you are getting? So one is not enough. No? At least five you have to tell. So you know everything. Just recall and tell. All the flow
Mhm.
we did from starting to ending. Just recall which phases we are passing and where what can happen. Okay, this is one. Second one, anybody can tell. Lot of bugs can come. Anything you can pick and tell. Already mentioned few scenarios also. From here also you can get the bug if something is not working properly.
Key columns like that.
Okay, that can also primary key it should be
Su
mentioned, but
Pseudo
that is not
columns.
mentioned primary key. That can be bug. Any other bug? Lot of bugs are there.
Rows are
Whatever
not
test cases are there.
Yeah, Prakash,
Okay.
rows are not equal when we are checking, then some
Huh.
duplicacy there. So that
Yes,
is a
minus you are doing source minus target, target minus source.
yes
It should come as empty, but you are getting some data. That is a
data.
bug.
Yes. Some
If
some
So
duplicate, okay, go ahead.
sometimes total entire target table may be 2 times loaded.
Huh, that can happen 2 times loaded. That can also happen. So duplicate it will be checked. Duplicate is there, no here. Hmm. This one.
some issue related to surrogate also is there.
Yes, surrogate also you can add surrogate key related also. That in our requirement it is mentioned surrogate key, but whenever we are checking in the target table after loading our data, it is coming with some character. So we are raising the bug in that case. Sometimes we are getting this type of bug also. You can tell in surrogate key also other things are there, not only character. Surrogate key can
Yes,
take only
sequence.
number.
Yeah.
Sequence. If it is
Sequence.
not in sequence, also that will be one bug. If it is taking duplicate value, that is also one type of bug. So surrogate key related for each test case. That's why we are writing the test case. One test case can contain one bug. 45 test cases can contain 45 bug. All 45 test cases we executed and no bug is found in, then your validation is completed successfully, and that project is good. They can go for
Sir,
the
in
release.
source table, if a value is there and in same place when coming to target table, it's showing null, that it is a bug. Is that
That we discussed last time. Okay, that is also
yeah?
bug. That is one good example. Nobody is telling that, so don't miss that also. That is one bug. Next, go ahead. Lot of bugs you can find out. Just think and tell. Around 10 you can
Mandatory
six.
fields are populating null values, then also bug no, sir.
Which one?
Target, some mandatory fields are populating null values,
Yes,
then it is
this
a
that is null check. Yes, null check. So which is mandatory field that should not contain null. So that
sometimes
also use.
that mean data length of a source table is more compared to target table, then also it is a bug no, sir.
That is also bug. Then suppose full name is present in your target table, but first name and last name is present in your source table. So you can concatenate in source table, separate query, and don't concatenate in the target table. And then we can use minus. If something is mismatching, then that is also bug. It should be same because using that source table only it is coming. So those type of concatenation example also you can give. Then it is taking a lot of time. That can be one bug. Format of date not matching bug. So many bugs you can find out. So it is not like that everything will work properly. These bugs only coming in real time. If you will work, then developer people they will define all the source target mapping, all those things. Something they can miss. somewhere. In place of normal, they can give another level. In place of check, they have given uncheck. In place of truncate, they check on delete. That can happen. So many mistake can happen. So we have to capture that. So what they missed in which process, they will rectify, they will fix. But at the end, if data is not loading properly, then obviously that will come as a bug. Okay, so this is about filter transformation. Similarly, some other transformation also there. Okay, can we continue another transformation, or next class we'll do one? You can do practice 2-3 times so that we can speed up. Next transformation, if you will do practice at least 1-2-3 times, within 10 minutes we can complete one transformation. Otherwise, for one transformation 1-2 hours, then a lot of time it will take. 1 month, 1.5 months it will take.
Yes, Prakash, let practice this and then.
Okay, better today, tomorrow you can do practice. Just take 2 days or 3 days. Again, we
Yes,
can
Prakash.
connect in these weekdays. So first you can make it ready, the software, all those things, and
Yes.
at least all can try and complete one end-to-end flow, starting to ending, for this filter transformation only. If you are able to complete, repeat that 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, then you will feel comfortable. Then we can do and we can speed up. 12 transformations around we have to do. In one transformation 2 hours, then 12 transformation will 24 hours. We have to decrease the time. First time that is fine, 2 hours, but second time, third time onwards, we have to complete one transformation in 10 minutes only. Nothing is there here, all are easy only, just practice easy.
Okay.
Okay, then we can close for today, and just start doing that, and we'll discuss separately also. And once all are completed within 2-3 days, we can do class in weekdays.
Okay, Prakash.
Okay, sir.